Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my Iron Card series. Now, this episode is going to be something that we need to get done, and it may be short, it may be long, it's just something that needs to get done in this episode so that we have some infrastructure and some farms already out of the way. So, what we're planning on doing is we plan on taking these sheep, chickens, cows, the animals, and making farms over here. And then on the other side of the bees, we're going to be making mob farms for creepers, and then a huge mob farm for just general mobs. Now, we're going to start with 4 sheep, but there are 16 different wool colors, and I'm going to have 4 stacks of them, so that I can be able to have any color at any time, because this is how it's going to be laid out. It's going to have a minecart with hopper underneath where the sheep are, and it's going to collect into each of these double chests, which will in turn just collect as much as possible over long periods of time. So I'm going to need to grab some dispensers and observers for each of these farms. And so I'm going to make it layer by layer, making sure I have each and every wool color, because some of them I just don't have yet, and that'll mean I'll have to go exploring later. But I have enough flowers now to do quite a few of the wool colors before I have to go exploring or before I run out. And I'm going to be using quite a few sheep, so I'm going to be rebreeding them throughout and making sure that I have enough of them. And so this is the first little thing that we're gonna do, is we're gonna get this done. I'm gonna get it done as much as possible, but there's not a likelihood that I'm going to be able to completely finish it, just because of the sheer amount of wool colors that I don't have. So I am going to get that done, and we will be right back in just a second. Welcome back. Now we got all of that done. We've got 16 sheep, one of each color. I did have to go running into the great beyond, because there's a desert biome a long ways that way over the ocean, and there's a forest biome all the way over that way, which we needed to get cactus for green dye and cocoa beans for brown. Now those, I have a bunch of extra dyes which really don't matter, but I'm keeping the sheep. I'm not having too many in there, but if I ever needed like a whole bunch of wool fast, I can just put water in here, breed the sheep up, take the water out, and just increase the amount of sheep that are being sheared so that they could go faster. But right now, I'm getting quite a good amount of wool. The first one that I've done, I already have a stack of most of these colors. Pink one, not so much. Orange, definitely. And if I start doing bigger redstone designs, then I am definitely going to be using wool to kind of etch out the different circuits that are going on. But the next one I've just started, and then the one up there, each one is tiered off just a little bit to where that I can hop down from one to the next with not a worry of like having to fall all the way to the bottom and climbing the ladder all the way back up. And then if I want to fall all the way down, I just go in here and I can usually do it. Actually, I can make a tunnel and connect these up so that I do not get hurt. So yeah, just gonna do this real fast and get that done. And never mind, I am out of glass. So yeah. So the next farm we're gonna do is we're gonna do a cow and chicken right next to it, making sure to have enough. Now, I'm not going to be doing 100 cows or 100 chickens just because we don't need to. All we need is 2 of each to get it started, and as I start building and I get the farm going, I will be slowly checking in and breeding them up, and then as we're doing other things, because we have the 2 mobs. We've got cows and chickens, and I'm not really wanting to do pigs, or I don't know. But cows and chickens, and then and also making 2 other farms on this side. One for a general mob farm, that's going to be a pretty big build, and then another one that is going to be a creeper farm right next to it for exclusively gunpowder. I may do another one that's for skeletons, but not right now, just because I don't have wolves or doggos. I don't have doggos, but I have cats, so that's what I can do with them and make a creeper farm out of it. So I will be right back when we complete both the cow farm and the chicken farm. There we go. We have both cow farms started and a chicken farm. So cows, it's been a day, so I'm literally going to, every time I go to sleep, wake up, feed the cows, feed the chickens, and get going. Now, I'm going to be starting a series where every Wednesday I'm going to be having a kind of like explanation on why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so I'm going to go back through everything and explain why I built the house, why I did everything, and kind of just have a less kind of 1-2 punch type of content like this is, where it's like, boom, we made a sheep farm, boom, cow farm, boom, chicken farm. We'll actually be like, okay, here's why I did this, and kind of just talk through it, and kind of just have a chance to chat, because that's something I haven't been able to do since the start of this, it's kind of just been trying to make sure that everything is kind of the most productive that it can be in this world. And so that kind of has, I've kind of been go, 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 and hasn't left much room for actually being able to chat with you guys or be able to, visit as much as I would like. And so that is something that I would love to do I'm gonna do it every Wednesday just as like a midday content or midweek content. And so I can get more videos out so that the algorithm can be very happy with me, because I want to be able to make YouTube a full-time thing. And to do that, I need to treat it like a full-time thing and do it more than just once a week. So I thank you so much, and we are going to roll right from this on to the next farm, which I'm going to do the easiest one first and save the biggest and hardest for last, which is going to be the creeper farm is next, and then the humongo mob farm. And so that is what we're going to be doing next, or well, actually just in a couple seconds. So yeah, I honestly really like what we've done so far. It's really cool. And I have them all split apart, so it's like sheepies, cowies, and chickies. And then we're going to have, those are all the passive mobs. These are neutral mobs, because if you hit a bee, they all attack you, and that's not what we're wanting. And then we're going to have hostile mobs over here. And so that's what we're going to do. And I'll start with that time lapse. Or I might do a montage. I haven't figured out yet. But I will do that right now. Welcome back. Now, yes, I am in a glass box, but I'm just AFKing for a bit, watching the mob farm go, and just letting the creeper farm build up as well. Both of those are things that, are good to just let be. And I've been AFKing here for a little bit after after I finished building them, before I ended up actually wanting to get it done. So I've already got banners all set up, but let's see how much we got. So here's the creeper farm. We got almost 2 stacks of gunpowder just sitting there for like 10 minutes. And then let's just hurry and run past the creeper. And we got a whole bunch of other materials. Not a whole bunch, but just from that little bit, we have quite a bit. And also, while we were building these, even these and the chicken farm and the cow farm, we managed to get quite a few, like a lot of wool, like many stacks, so that I can actually do things with it. Like a lot of stacks. That's just the bottom ones. There's also more up there. And so I also killed an illager. I thought killing it with a bow wouldn't give me the raid effect, but it did. And I went over to that village over there because I didn't want to risk my village. So I went over there and I got Totem of Undying, but I didn't complete the raid just because I didn't keep the villagers alive. So yeah, that's what that had to happen. But honestly, it wasn't too bad as long as I could snipe them from a distance. But I do have 2 banners here. I think they look pretty cool. They're on the edge there. We also brought the cats inside. Honestly, I'm pretty happy of where we left off, because now we can take the time and get the maps updated and see how it looks from above. So we're gonna need to take this one and this one. You take both of them. Because one's halfway on the map, the other one, the mob farm is split kind of between these maps. So we'll see which one is completely on one side or the other. But yeah, the sheep farm and the cow farm chicken are pretty darn close. I mean, we already have sheep over there, so I can just click on the cow and chicken, and that's for those. And then there's this Reaper mob farm, which I decided to do in a red banner, just to make it look ominous and creepy. But yeah. There we go. There's the mob farm. All done and dusted. Now, we got a lot of stuff done. And that'll allow me to do even more in the next episode. But I just wanted to get some basic animal farms done and have the whole infrastructure set up to where I can get anything I need when I need it. And, oops, having this just here, it's good just to be. So there's that, and then there's that. So, everything, we're getting quite a bit done. I'm not having everything like super duper close together, but I felt like that was a good way to do it, so it's not too, it's not too in the way. But yeah. So, I think that's all we're gonna do for today. Oh, and I also made a observation thing just for AFKing, so that I can get as much mob drops as possible. But yeah. No. We always have a great time making sure and getting everything done. Thank you all for joining me for this episode, getting all the mob farms done, and I hope it was entertaining. Thank you for watching. Until next time.